Welcome back, gardeners. I haven't done a long form video for quite a while, so here we go. One of my wonderful neighbors, I have a lot of wonderful neighbors here, but one of my wonderful neighbors had a bunch of extra mulch that they didn't want, about 5 yards, probably between 5 and 6 yards. So a few days ago he helped me wheelbarrow it over here, and I've been spreading it around and smoothing it ever since. Appears to be some nice hemlock or composted Doug fir, something like that. So there are some changes in the garden with the new mulch. Mulch the entire tomato strip. Consolidated this whole area into an island. This part back here, I will be adding soil and making a berm for things that like to be well drained. Here's my citrus sudachi, and it appears like it actually will have fruit. Maybe a lot of fruit, judging by these fat little mandarins on here. And these posts that are all lined up here, going down that way, that's a future fence. And then it makes a 90-degree jog right here and links up with the steel arbor. The grapes are doing very well. Spotted one cluster of fruit so far, which is encouraging. I wasn't expecting any this year, but there they are. Who knows, might get more. Kind of consolidated this whole area, calling this the Hamamelis or witch hazel peninsula, jutting off of the patio. There's Kizzy baking her aging joints in the hot sun. That must feel really good on sore joints. I chopped the julep mint plant in half and gave away half of it and repotted in fresh potting soil, and that is responding nicely. I'm sure we'll be having mojitos in a few days because there's some hot weather on the way. Asters are doing really well, and there's one of the blue star creeper. That's County Park, that has much darker blue flowers. Rhubarb is finally doing something. This is crimson cherry, and boy have we struggled to get crimson cherry established in various gardens, but I think we finally got it. This Lysimachia punctata, I believe, is all over the neighborhood. Almost everybody has some, so I'm sure it's been passed along from one gardener to the next. And there was some here as well. Just a tiny little sprig that I recognized as something special, so I put a fence around it and mulched it and fertilized it. Hydrangea season is kicking off. There are many already blooming in the neighborhood, but this one's in a somewhat cooler spot and is quite a bit later. I can't remember which one this was that I brought from the old garden, but a lot of flowers on it. And the coneflower season has begun. We've spotted many blooming in the neighborhood. And here's our first flower. Let's see what's going on out front. I've made a lot of changes out there too. Alright, Kizzy, we're going out front. Good girl. Oh, I had moved a tiny camellia from the old garden called Night Rider, and it bloomed heavily right up at the top here this spring. Come on, focus. And then it looked like it was dying, and it didn't produce any growth after that. But I just kept it in its tiny pot and watched it, and what do you know? It's now starting to grow from the leaf axils down here. So today I repotted in this somewhat larger pot. And hopefully it'll make a comeback. Not a very big camellia. Night Rider is very slow, very dwarf, but also very special. All right. Still have to distribute this mulch. Let's see what's going on out front. Pretty much everything is growing and doing well out here with one exception. And that's this Lewisia here. Ever since I planted it here, kind of been going downhill. Someone told me that Lewisias are mistakenly thought to be full sun plants. So I thought I'd test that theory and put it here. This spot gets a little morning sun and then shade all day and then a blast of afternoon sun. But it doesn't seem to be very happy here. It's also possible that dogs have been peeing on it. A lot of people walk their dogs here, so it could have been peed to death. Never know. So here's where I've made quite a few changes. I went and got some free boulders off of OfferUp and built this little arrangement. What we have in here is Gentiana Aucalis, which has huge blue flowers in spring. Agave perii, variety truncata. And this is a special form which escapes me right now. Ruth Bancroft. I believe this is Ruth Bancroft form, which I think is supposed to be a little hardier, which is a good thing because variety truncata itself is a little less hardy than Agave perii. And this one is Pelargonium sidoides, and it has these really cool blackish red flowers on tall stems. Hope we get some of that. I put in a new Pittosporum here with gold variegated foliage. Another Agave montana. And here's my real treasure for today, Watsonia angusta. This is the first time it has bloomed for me. It's the first time I've ever seen it blooming anywhere. And that is a perfect addition to the front garden and to Orange Vibe Garden. Just planted this yesterday. This is Ilex crenata skybox. So this one gets tall and narrow, increasing our screening and privacy in the front garden. Sempervivums. Those are giant gold mine, but so far not very gold, mostly burgundy. Little cistus, paladin. And these pots are marking spots for 3 more evergreen shrubs to kind of complete the screening in this front row here. And here's a new addition. Aucuba japonica. Oh boy, the variety of this one is escaping me too because it was brand new to me. I'll try and put it in the comment or in the description if I can find the name. Similar looking to Aucuba rosani, but a newer variety that, who knows, maybe better, maybe not. Our neighborhood is filled to the brim with star jasmine, and we have one as well. So every time we walk the dogs, fragrance just fills the air everywhere we go. Scheffler is doing really well. Pretty much all of the oldest foliage fell off. It first turned bright yellow, then it fell off, and then turned brown, and now it looks very fresh again that the old foliage is gone. Got mulch spread over this area almost completely. There's an oxalis triangularis. Blooming quite nicely. Holly fern. A little extra mulch for my neighbor. Camellia. Uh-oh. I don't come over here very much, but this is one of my manzanitas, and somebody's destroyed it. That's too bad. Don't know what that was. If it was a footstep or a crow or a squirrel. Looks pretty suspicious. This one's taken its share of knocks as well, but today it seems like it's in pretty good shape. Looks like I'm gonna have to move a chair over and shade this hydrangea little honey. It does not like this midday blast of sun. It gets morning shade, a little bit of midday sun, and then all afternoon shade. So I will move a chair when I'm done shooting this video. I don't know if I put this in a video yet, but I went and got more free boulders. These are the first set of free boulders I got. And then I planted Ilex crenata dwarf pagoda in there to give it a little bit of a pedestal so we can see it better from our deck and our front window. And another recent addition. I like this so much that I have to put one in every garden. Formerly Drymus lanceolata, now Tasmania lanceolata, mountain pepper or pepper bush. Here's the other oxalis triangularis. All right, I'm getting hot. I'm going inside. See you all next time.